Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Josiah Whitman, CEO of Whitman Partners, the search firm for directors of surgical services, your search firm. Today, we're fortunate to have Roseann Pena with us, an experienced OR leader, a legend of perioperative services. She has successfully bridged the gap from bedside to balance sheet. Roseann, thank you for joining us. Your talk is titled Operating Room Finances from Scrubs to Spreadsheet, a perfect reflection of the journey many watching this are on right now. Let's dive in. Where would you like to begin?
Well, I'd like to begin by congratulating all the new OR leaders out there that are listening to this, and to any OR leader that is using this as a review for Finance 101 when it comes to the operating room. You are inheriting one of the most dynamic, critical, and financially significant departments in the hospital. The operating room is the center of clinical excellence and the hospital's primary engine for revenue and expense. While your focus has historically been on clinical quality and patient safety, metrics like first case on time starts, infection rates, these metrics are linked to financial performance. The why of OR finance. The goal of mastering OR finance is just not about crunching numbers, it's about empowerment, ensuring quality care. A financially healthy OR can invest in the latest technology, maintain appropriate staffing ratios, and purchase high-quality supplies, directly improving patient outcomes. You have resource management, understanding where the money comes from, the revenue, and where it goes, the expense, allows you to make informed, data-driven decisions on staffing, equipment purchases, and new service lines. Your decisions directly impact the hospital's long-term stability. Mismanagement of the OR budget can jeopardize the entire organization's ability to operate effectively. Then you have your core values, value and volume. When you think about an operating room, it's the intersection of two major financial pressures: fee for service, which is based on the amount of cases you do, and your value-based purchasing, the emerging model that rewards quality and outcome over sheer volume. Key takeaways: I'm going to share with you some financial tools that will help you tell the story of your operations. The OR is unique. Its high cost and high revenue streams require intense scrutiny. Data drives decisions. You will use metrics like operational data, quality metrics, charge capture, compliance to guide our strategy. We will start our discussion today by taking a look at the revenue cycle. Where does the money come from? The difference between an operating room budget, which are your daily costs, and your capital budget, your long-term investments in the OR. Your operating budget. Do you know what is hiding in your budget? Understand how operational and quality metrics affect your budget and tips and tricks to manage your budget. For a lot of operating rooms, they really don't get into the revenue cycle and they'll leave that to finance. But understanding the revenue cycle in the operating room is crucial because it is your source of where all your money is coming from. Errors in any part of the revenue within the OR, from pre-authorization for surgery to accurate charge capture, documentation, coding, and supplies, can lead to claim denials, delay reimbursement, and substantial revenue loss. So what does this mean? What are you going to do daily to make sure that your budget is profitable? So you want to start by looking at your first case on time starts. You know, that's could be a lot of waste in salary. If your first case on time starts aren't good, you could also be losing cases and be able to fit more cases in the day. So shaving minutes every day is important. And managing the daily schedule. Be proactive. Instead of running the case overtime, can you get that add-on case during the day so you're not paying overtime? Assure that your equipment is available. That's where you want to block check your rooms to make sure that you've got the equipment where you need it, when you need it, so you do not have delays. And daily focus on cost control. Monitor your supply utilization. And you also want to look at are your preference cards updated? There can be a lot of waste, not only in the supply costs, but you're going to waste time in picking those case cards if you're not using everything. So make sure your preference cards are up to date. And that is also a huge surgeon dissatisfier. If those preference cards are not up to date, you're going to hear from the surgeons. Manage your staffing levels. Monitor your staffing ratios against volume to ensure appropriate coverage without unnecessary overstaffing or excessive overtime. So you want to flex to the need. And track your non-productive time. You might be very surprised what your non-productive idle time looks like. And then daily, you do want to focus on the revenue cycle integrity. Reinforce with the team accurate documentation. Review your daily charges. I can't stress this enough. Where I have found over the years somebody has missed that implant or forgot to charge for a vascular graft. So really, look at your daily charge review and have somebody monitoring that. Always thinking finance and quality patient outcome in your head, and you will do great in your budgets and forecasting. And again, remember, the way the OR goes is the way the whole hospital can usually go. It takes a while to get into the groove and figure out your finances, but don't be afraid to ask for help. If you see something on your financial report that doesn't make sense, dig in, peel that onion. You have to know what's in each sub-account to understand how it's going to affect your budget long term.